You know that perfect beach photo you posted? Or that amazing mountain view that you just had to share? Well, what if I told you that simple little act does a whole lot more than just get a few likes? It turns out sharing your vacation story online has this surprisingly powerful global impact. And today, we're going to dive into some incredible research that connects your travel posts directly to some of the world's biggest sustainable goals. And this quote from the researchers really gets to the heart of it. The big idea here is that promoting a destination isn't just about flashy ads anymore. It's about taking such good care of a place, stewarding it, that visitors can't help but talk about how amazing it is. It's a total shift from just selling a place to actually protecting it. Okay, so to really get this, we have to start with us, with the individual. What's actually going on in our heads when we decide, yep, this moment is going on the grid? Seriously, think about it for a second. Your last trip. What was it? The incredible food, that jaw-dropping sunset, maybe the super friendly people you met. What was that one thing that flipped the switch and made you want to share it? Well, that's exactly what these researchers wanted to figure out. And what they found is that it all comes down to this pretty simple three-step process. First, you've got the stimulus. You experience something really special. That leads to the feeling, this sense of joy, this great vibe about the whole trip. And that feeling is what triggers the action, the urge to share it online. So basically, you see something awesome, you feel something awesome, and then you share it. Simple as that. All right, so if that's the psychology behind why we share, then what makes a place shareable? What are those key ingredients, those stimuli, that a destination has to get just right to make us feel that way? This is what I find so fascinating. The study looked at 630 tourists in India, and out of all the possibilities, it boiled down to two things that mattered most. First up, natural beauty. No surprise there, right? We're talking beautiful scenery, green spaces, good weather. But the second one was just as crucial, inhabitant friendliness and safety. It's that feeling of being welcomed by the locals, of feeling safe and secure where you are. Get those two things right, and you're creating an experience people are going to want to talk about. But here's another cool layer they uncovered. We don't share the same story with everyone. When we post for our friends and family, our personal crew, we're all about sharing stories of joy and connection. But when we post for strangers on a big review site, it changes. Our story becomes more practical, more facts-based, packed with credible advice for other travelers. So, who we're talking to completely changes the story we tell. Now, you probably noticed that this study focused on domestic tourists in India. And that's not by accident. There's a huge reason for it. We tend to think of tourism as flying across oceans. But honestly, the real engine of the whole industry is happening a lot closer to home. Just take a guess. Out of all the money spent on tourism around the entire world, what chunk of that pie do you think is from people just traveling inside their own countries? 20%? 40%? Maybe half? The answer is a whopping 71.2%. Let that sink in. The vast majority of tourism spending is domestic. It is a massive economic driver for regions, which is exactly why figuring out what makes these travelers tick is so incredibly important. And this, my friends, is where it all comes together. This is the big reveal. How does your little weekend trip and that photo you posted connect to this massive worldwide mission? Well, let's connect the dots. This right here is the mic drop moment of the whole study. It turns out those two things that make a vacation worth sharing, beautiful protected nature and a safe, friendly local community, are the exact same things that make a community sustainable. Your amazing trip isn't just a coincidence. It's proof that the place is healthy. Let's break it down even further. When a destination works hard to protect its natural beauty for you, the tourist, they are literally working on the UN's Sustainable Development Goal number 11. That's the one for sustainable cities and communities. And when they create a safe, welcoming vibe, that directly helps them achieve SDG 8, which is all about decent work and economic growth for local people. See, your good time and these global goals are totally linked. They're two sides of the very same coin. So let's bring this all back home, back to you and your next adventure. Because every single time you share one of those great travel moments online, you're doing more than just saving a memory. You're actually creating something incredibly valuable. From now on, I want you to think of your post as a sustainable souvenir. It's not just a picture, it's digital proof. It's a signal to the world that a place is doing things the right way. It's respecting its environment and it's empowering its people. And that proof inspires others to visit responsibly, which kicks off this amazing positive feedback loop. So the next time you're on vacation and you're about to hit that post button, just take a second and think about the story you're really telling. Because it's not just about where you've been, it's a vote. It's a signal to the entire world about the kind of places that truly deserve our support.